Warning. Some viewers may find the following video offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
Elite FPL, baby!
Your money back.
Viewer discretion is advised. Warning. Some viewers may find the following video offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another Gameweek Preview. Seems like we've got Gameweek Previews for days. What's happening, Steve-O? Are you right?
Yeah, good evening. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest Elite FPL stream. Yeah, all good, all fine. Just sick to death of reading on Twitter. Every other word is Haaland. Fucking hell. Get a
well,
grip
of course,
yourselves.
You've still got him, haven't you?
Pardon?
You've still got him, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm still going to have him.
Because you already did a -4 before the news. Well, before this whole...
Did I? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. Yes, I have, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, I don't know. I've still got him in my team. I haven't done anything to my team. I haven't changed my team in the slightest. I've been seeing the circus that is the FPL community flipping and flopping around and panicking like a magic carp out of water. And just thinking... like, just wait until the press conference on Friday. See if you're really that worried, just wait and find out. Pep's gonna say something, I'm sure. But even, like, people are, like, just ditching him and bringing in the likes of Solanke. Yeah, okay. If you think that's a good move, then yeah. Because he might be out for the next 2 game weeks. So... I don't know. I'm not gonna think about it until tomorrow now. Really, I've literally got no real issue with my team. So I don't need to make a move. Don't need to make a transfer. Even if he is out, I don't have to make a transfer. I can just keep him.
I'm pretty sure I said that your team is fine for 2 weeks. You don't need to do anything.
Did you? Did you
yeah,
really
I'm pretty
say
certain
that?
That's what I said.
You? Yeah.
Sunday surgery. I said you don't need to touch your team for 2 weeks unless something major happens, but I doubt it will. So
no, I don't think anything major will happen. But again, who are the picks that people are bringing in? Like I looked at this, and yeah, I heard briefly. There's not many people. There's not many people to choose from. This upcoming that I would say is top class. Like there's no standout decision for me to bring in for Haaland. And you know, who are the most transferred in? Like, it's going to be the likes of Solanke. I mean, are people getting, like, I would say Nunez is, for me, better to bring in than Solanke for Haaland, because
I would disagree with that.
Purely because I see Liverpool smashing United.
Oh, well, if it's for a one-off fixture, then yeah, absolutely.
I mean, looking at the transfers in, Solanke is leading the pack, 445,441. With the fixtures coming up, he's got Luton, Nottingham Forest, Fulham. Very nice 3 fixtures.
Well, you say that, but he's up against a Luton team that don't concede many, or more specifically, their games are usually tight, so it could end 4-3. Then Nottingham Forest, who is it? Nottingham Forest away, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a completely different animal at home, as we all know. And then Fulham, a team which everybody's bringing in Jimenez because apparently Fulham are the greatest team since Barcelona in 2010. What's he going to do there? So, is Solanke a good pick? Yeah, I'm not doubting that, but I just think that people need to calm down.
Are people just following a sheep mentality because he's been transferred in en masse? He's gone. I believe he's gone up in price already. You know, people are seeing him being mass transfer. You know, nearly 500,000 transfers in Steve-O this game week.
To be honest, I think this whole season has just been sheep mentality of just following the highest point scorer from the week before. I think this is the worst it's ever been, to be completely honest. People
are being degenerated back into casual mentality. I don't know. Like, let's look at Solanke. Like, it's just under a spotlight against United. Yes, scored a goal. Blanked away at Palace. Got himself a goal at home to Villa. Blanked away at Sheffield United. So it's blank points. Blank points. Blank. That's what I'm seeing here. So since they played City, it's literally every other game he gets some points. So, I don't know. He's on 8 goals this season. Only got 1 assist. I think people are propping up Dominic Solanke as a replacement for Haaland. But in all seriousness, I think that I don't know. I'm not. What's the word?
Convinced. I mean, they're in form. I mean, won 4 of the last 5, unbeaten in the last 5.
Solanke's in form, says Maestro.
The fixtures that they've this.
Is Solanke in form or is Bournemouth in form?
Say that again.
The question I ask, like, does it matter between the two? I mean, are Solanke's numbers? What's been said in the chat, Solanke is in form. Yeah, I can't argue that. He's scored every other game at the moment. He's scoring goals every other game. So, I don't know. It's, again, I don't feel that it's, I don't feel it's necessary to bring him in. But again, that Luton fixture might be tempting for too many people. And also, Steve-O, who else is there? I mean, lots of people already got Alvarez. There's Raul Jimenez for 5.3, Cunha, my guy, for 5.7, which is not as desirable as the fixtures coming up for Bournemouth. Thank you, Ray. Isaac for Newcastle, which is again minutes risk. Ray, there, 3 months Playmaker subscription. How will people react if Solanke blanks, Steve-O? How will they react?
Just watch the members video, or even just look at Ray's Twitter account. Is that Ray? Is that your way, Ray, of getting Twitter followers like a certain other Twitter account? Please give me followers. Please, need them. Fucking tragic.
Can you just do a video on your Twitter and just do that? please give me, please follow
Yeah, no,
me.
Ray clipped. Fuck me, I can't even say. Ray clipped a moment from a members video of me doing that.
So every time we get a follower or a subscriber on our YouTube, we should have a little GIF of you going, "Thank you for the follow. Please, more followers, please. Please follow me. I need attention. This is my YouTube validation." I've got a bit of a headache at the moment, chat. So I'm trying my best to think straight. So if I delay my thought processes because I went to the opticians today, Steve-O. I wore contact lenses for the whole day because
that's not a good thing already.
No, well, so I don't wear contact lenses, but I was a bit naughty and I went online a couple of months ago. Do you know I had that gig? I went online and I got some contact lenses online using a prescription I had 2.5 years ago. So proper, it's a bad thing. I shouldn't have done it. And I had slap on the wrist from the optician for doing so because you're supposed to use a current prescription. But it turns out that I got the right brand that I needed, and I got the right prescription that I needed, and it was just it's just fortunate that my prescription hadn't changed. But long story short, because I've been wearing contact lenses today, my eyes were really dry, they were really, really dry, and I've just had a headache and I've not been at home. I've been out and about. I've been out in the city, so my eyes are dry, and I just had a headache, and I was like, this is just getting to me. So I literally got in through the door at 7 o'clock and had to lie down for 45 minutes because I just needed to rest my eyes because they were just so bloody ruined after wearing contact lenses. But the funny thing is, I'm gonna have to get used to this because when I start this new job, which could be as early as next week from what I'm being told, I'm gonna be using contact lenses. Well, in that job, so
to be fair, you're supposed to wear contact lenses out and about. You're not really supposed to be wearing them inside when watching TV or using the computer. You're supposed to wear glasses for that. Contact lenses are fine for outside, so you should be okay.
As long as I don't, as long as I don't get any crap in my eyes, it's all right. But let's just read some of the comments in the chat. Thanks again to Ray for that 3 months with Playmaker. Hello to Animations, hello to Milan Milik. We got Rad here. Evening, fellas. My transfers this week: in Brentford, Son, Haaland, Solanke. Oh, good. Here we go, Steve-O. Ramp yourself up for these Haaland, Solanke moves. Maguire to Trent. Okay, so you did a -8 in Brentford, Son, yes, and Haaland to well, that's a week too late. Haaland, Solanke, okay. Maguire to Trent, yes, very good upgrade. -8 because Trippier, Branthwaite suspended, and Haaland apparently missing Palace. Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike those moves. I think they're all good moves. Maguire to Trent, what an upgrade that is.
Well, do you want to hear my prediction tomorrow regarding this particular Twitter account that knows Haaland and knows Pep Guardiola? He's best mates with them. I can guarantee he will release the news at approximately, at best, and this is at best, 10 minutes before the deadline, but I think he releases the information probably 3 minutes beforehand, if not a minute, if not 30 seconds beforehand.
Do you think, silly question, but supposedly valid, do you suggest or think that the FPL site may undergo a period of stress and may crash a few minutes before the deadline if that was to happen?
Probably, yeah. Because you think every single large content creator is literally going to be refreshing on this guy's Twitter account over and over for about 2 hours, which I find tragic. And then everybody that's watching it are on their tenterhooks listening in or watching.
Do you know what I really hope happens? I hope that Haaland plays and gets a haul.
So do I.
Just because of all of this, this hysteria that's going on right now, panic over Haaland. Is he starting? Isn't he starting? Trying to second guess.
Well, I mean, if you want to have a laugh, I mean, credit where credit's due. FPL Mate did some, when I say research, I mean, I think the bloke needs help. But
What, anything short of actually going to his house and knocking on his door and
pretty much,
and asking, "Are you playing, mate?"
He did some extensive research into like flights coming in and out of the UK from the specific area that Haaland's been partying and whatnot, and he's worked out that basically Haaland returned to the UK today, and he missed a training session yesterday. No, wait a minute. Where's the day? Thursday. Yeah, so he came back today, and it's. I mean, again. If you've got nothing better to do and this is your content, great, crack on. But go out with your girlfriend, your wife, your kids, visit your mum, your dad, your grandma, do anything. Instead, just computer. Let me look at this. Fuck off, man. It's just fucking mental.
Yeah, Chris Irvine hits the nail on the head. There's a lack of alternatives, which has made everyone go to Solanke. Who else is there up front? I mean, at the start of the season, if you'd have told me that game week 17 was going to come on and everyone is, mass transferring out Haaland to bring in Dominic Solanke, I would have just been like, "You what?" Like, it would not have been on my radar. Yeah, you're right, completely right, Chris. There is a lack of alternatives. We have had a real lack of. Certainly since Harry Kane's left the Premier League, we've certainly had a lack of brilliant option. Certainly premium options up front. We just haven't had the diversity in picks, and what is out there. Everyone's got Watkins now. If you haven't already got him, you got him. Alvarez. I mean, arguably. That could be one that people bring in instead. I think that's probably a better move than Solanke if you don't have Alvarez. I sold him as well. Raul Jimenez is. We talk about players that are on form. Why is everyone ignoring Jimenez? Is it purely because of the fixture of Newcastle away? I mean, he got 2 goals at home to Forest. He got a goal away in the 5-0 thrashing of West Ham. Sorry, it was at home for that. I guess that people just don't like the fixture.
The fact that over the many years, Raul, since that head injury and since leaving Wolves, he's done nothing. No, that's pretty much it. I think that's. Whereas I would actually argue that maybe a punt on Wilson could be a great pick, even though unfortunately playing the Champions League, so Isaac's probably starting. But really, the players in form at the moment are the guy that you've got in Cunha, and as we've already mentioned, Solanke.
Well, yeah. Patrick Corbett here. I'm not sure if you're trolling or if you're actually being genuine. You think Haaland plays, it won't be easier. He says something about, I hope. No, he says it's Nicholas Jackson time if Haaland's out, apparently. He's going to get Nicholas Jackson in. Are you serious about that, Patrick? Because what on earth have you seen that no one else in the FPL community has seen to jump on to Nicholas Jackson, the most wasteful of strikers that I've seen, bar Darwin Nunez? I imagine they're competing, aren't they, at the moment for the most wasteful players out there that you can own in FPL. He won't play. City don't need him for this game. Captain Alvarez says Clickers. It's not a bad shout, to be fair. There's definitely a captaincy pick that's. I mean, Steve-O will talk about it when we go through the matches, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that it's a bad pick. Patrick's not trolling. Apparently, he's going to be going fixtures over form, hat-trick against Spurs, and could have scored 5. I don't know. I don't know, man. I've seen.
Look at the hat-trick against Spurs. Jesus God. I could have scored a hat-trick against them on that day.
I don't know about that, Patrick. You're a brave man. You're braver than me, and I don't mind taking hits. Pedro Porro is another one, Steve-O. Clickers brings it up now. People are jumping onto him. Certainly, if you are taking Haaland out of your team and bringing in the likes of Dominic Solanke, it does give you that option of upgrading a defender to Pedro Porro if you wanted to, and not if you're not too concerned about getting Haaland back in the immediate future. What's your thoughts on that? Do you put much water in Porro as a good option?
Porro is a very, very, very attacking right wing. I don't know what side he plays. Whatever side he plays, he's very, very attacking. He's on a lot of set pieces. And as Maestro says here, he's a very exciting player to own. And, an average of the give or take 4 points a game, give or take. I think it's a very, very good return for a player that plays with Tottenham who concede a lot of goals. So I think Porro, I wouldn't go as far as to say he's a must-have, but certainly if you own him, just keep throughout the rest of the season until he gets injured or gets suspended, a bit like with Trippier. I think that he is, I had him in Sky. And he was absolutely fantastic for me. I mean, ironically, the one time I captained him, he's the lowest scoring player in my Tottenham players that I had. And then the following week, when I captained the player that got the most points for Tottenham, it was Porro that got the most. So, yeah, he is definitely somebody that I'm staring at these fixtures, Steve-O, and something tells me that Darwin Nunez is the one to be bringing in. Do you think he starts for Liverpool, Darwin Nunez? Well, he came on tonight. Or did he start tonight?
Chat, what do you reckon? Do you think Darwin Nunez starts for Liverpool? Because if Haaland is looking out, like if he is genuinely looking out, and Pep's being really coy on the press conference, and then we get a leak to say that Haaland's out, do you know what, mate? I might go for it. I might just get Nunez in.
If you do it, you got a captain in then.
Darwin is just as bad as Jackson. You are right, but I just see Liverpool smashing United. What other option is there for Liverpool? I mean, there's Diaz.
But you don't need to do anything.
I don't need to do it. I just maybe want to get greed. I think it's just greed. Just I want to get FPL points, and I think Liverpool get it for 4 goals against United this weekend, and I just think Salah's gonna get in on the points, but also who else is gonna get on the points? And I'm thinking Nunez. Any Liverpool fans here want to let me know what they think of Nunez? In fact, let's ask the audience, shall we? Whilst we get ready to just look at the fixtures this game week, let's do a poll. If you're what's the question? Best striker punt for game week 17.
Well, if that's the question, the answer is Darwin.
Nunez,
while
Solanke.
Jason is right now, make sure you are hitting the like button. Make sure if you are brand new around here, you are hitting the subscribe button. The support is much appreciated. There's 98 people watching us at the moment. Why not hit that like button if you are enjoying the stream? I did see a very amusing comment earlier on, and it said words to the effect of, once I can find it here. Oh, here we go. Chris Irvin saying, I'm not used to watching streams which don't involve other content creators getting pissed for an hour before mentioning the FPL. It's quite refreshing, this. I don't know whether you're being sarcastic or not, but that FPL Juice show was probably my favourite one they've ever done. Ocean Loader saying, I have Darwin, Cunha and Haaland. Haaland will go to the bench. Gordon flagged as a main concern as Lascelles comes in if he doesn't play. Newcastle looked knackered. Yeah, I mean, Newcastle, just leave them in your team if you got them and then slowly get rid of them. Jonathan Maloney saying here, playing Man United will be good for Darwin's confidence. Yes. True. Yeah. And I'd imagine Darwin starts against
I'm going to ask you, Steve-O. I'm going to ask you, did you literally just say that the best punt would be Darwin Nunez? Did I hear that right?
This week.
This particular game week?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think Liverpool, if they really, really want to go for it, could absolutely annihilate Man United if they want to.
Oh, yeah. To be honest with you, I think that Luton Town, if they were, could absolutely annihilate. Right, let's...
Calvert-Lewin against Burnley if he's fit.
No. Right, let's look at the fixtures and let's go through the fixtures for this upcoming game week. And, again, it's enough of the Haaland talk. We've talked to Haaland. I've got it on good authority that that nobody knows what's going on there other than Pep, and we will hopefully know more tomorrow before the deadline. If we get a leak, then you can make your decision then. If you've already made your move, then, well, own it, live with it. And if you brought Solanke in because other people have done it, then you're a sheep. But if you brought Solanke in because you honestly think that he's going to get you a nice few returns over the coming game weeks, then all the best. And a bully to you for that. Right, let's go through the games. We've got Nottingham Forest tomorrow. The game week starts tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Nottingham Forest versus Spurs. Everyone's bringing in Porro. Everyone's got Son.
To all the game week starting tomorrow, I want you to cast your... I only just discovered this because when I was just doing a tiny wincy bit of research for Sky, I came across game week 21. Have a quick look at game week 21, Jason. Look how absolutely ridiculous that is.
Game week 21. 18, 19, 20, 21. What?
It's mental, isn't it?
What? What am I looking at? I've got a game week spread across 2 weekends.
Can anybody explain this in the chat? What's going on here? Why it's spread across?
Why is the game week spread across 8 days? 9 days. We've got a single game week spread across 9 days. Wow.
Yeah, so it starts on the 13th of January and finishes on Monday, the 22nd of January.
Wow.
And I will have a captain for Sky in each and every game.
It's so that teams get a winter break. 2 weeks, says Ali.
Oh, right. Of course, that winter break, yeah. Of course.
Like they need it.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh, wow. All right, let's go back to let's go back to game week 17. Right, so Nottingham Forest versus Spurs. Let me just get the old Super Brew loaded up because I've
been putting my score predictions.
You've only literally just done it. Okay, yeah, because I'm
not going to be doing it tomorrow.
I got my email notifications tell me to do it, and I was like, oh yeah. Well, I normally do it on the stream anyway, but let's get the Super Brew locked and loaded. One moment whilst I just bring it up on the screen. 3, 2, 1. Boom. There we go. Nottingham Forest versus Tottenham, Steve-O. A game which people with Son and Porro will hopefully like to get some points. I do think that Tottenham have got a good chance of getting a clean sheet. It'd be interesting to hear your opinion. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to Tottenham on this occasion. I know it's at the City Ground, but I just don't see Nottingham Forest doing anything against Spurs. Yeah, 2-0 to Spurs, locking that one in. Is yours going to come up here? Yes, it does. Oh, right. Ooh, your favourite prediction, Steve-O. 2-1. We've got 2-2 for Buffy. Buffy likes to be different. Doesn't he? Let's be honest with you. He's just that's the way he is. But look at all the seasoned professionals here. Lino, Paulie, so we've got Andrew Ferguson here. People are doing very, very well at the score prediction game. Peter Scullion, all going with a Tottenham win. 2-1 being the overwhelming prediction here from a Karma Baby. A Firetog all going with 2-1, all doing very, very well in the score predictions. You also going 2-1. Steve-O, your thought process into that 2-1, why you think that Nottingham Forest will break that clean sheet for Porro owners out there?
Well, for the simple fact that at home, Nottingham Forest aren't too bad. They're not too bad. They're not great, but they've won 2, drawn 3, lost 2, scored 10, conceded 9. And the last 2 fixtures they've lost. But they always seem to score, even though ironically they lost 1-0 to Everton. Prior to that, they scored 2 goals against Brighton and a 3-2 loss. They beat Aston Villa 2-0. They scored 2 goals against Luton in a 2-2 draw. They scored 1 goal against Brentford in a 1-1. and they drew 1-1 with Burnley. Tottenham, on the other hand, just seemed to not be able to score any more than 2 goals. And that's why I'm going with 2-1.
Okay, well that's good as good as any reason.
But
I
Tottenham
suppose.
are better away from home than they are at home.
Yeah.
Bizarrely, they score more goals. So, yeah, I think that away from home, Tottenham's last fixtures they've only lost once.
Could it be? Is Son a captaincy pick for you this weekend?
No. He got his haul last week. He won't be doing anything this week.
Son won't be doing anything this week, chat. You heard it from Steve-O. Bournemouth then take on Luton. Solanke's Bournemouth up against Luton, a team that are just losing. 1 win in the last 7 games. In fact, it's pretty grim for Luton at the moment. Bournemouth, a complete polar opposite. Only lost 1 in the last 7 games, and looking good. 1 loss, 1 draw, 5 wins out of 7. Solanke in form, Bournemouth in form. Do you think it's going to be continuation as what we've seen already, and just maybe a 2-1, Steve-O, to Bournemouth?
That is, unless you've seen it, that is literally my prediction.
You are just so predictable.
Well, it's either going to be a low scoring game.
I'm going to go 1-0.
Yeah, I think 1-0 Bournemouth, 1-1 or 2-1 to Bournemouth is the scoreline here. They've scored 8 goals in 8 games at home. That is terrible. Admittedly, their last 3 fixtures they are unbeaten, drawn 1 and won 2. That 2-2 draw with Aston Villa. They beat Newcastle 2-0 and they beat Burnley 2-1. So essentially they've scored 75%, if not 80% of their goals in the last 3 games at home in total. Luton away from home are shocking. They've only scored 7, conceded 18. The last 3 they've lost. They lost 3-1 to Brentford. They lost 1-0 to Man United. And they lost 3-1 to Aston Villa. So this is either going to be 1-0 or 3-1. Chase.
Wow. Lots of people going with lots of people going Bournemouth here to win. 2-0, 2-1, 3-0. We've got Michael Svedden in the chat saying 2-0 to Bournemouth. The big tips going 4-1 to Bournemouth. How many of you guys are Solanke owners? 4-1 Bournemouth. Spot the Solanke owner. Matthew Ejiashi going 2-1 to Bournemouth. Do you know what? Maybe 2-0. Maybe 2-0 is better, actually. I think 2-0 could be... Oh, screw it. I've made my 1-0 prediction now. It's too late to change it. I've locked it in. 91% of Super Brew going with the Bournemouth win on this one. We move on. We move forward. Chelsea versus Sheffield United. God. Similar in terms of form, believe it or not. Both of these teams have got 2 wins in the last 7, 1 draw. Do you find that's mental? That is mental. That's 7 games. Chelsea and Sheffield United are level in performance. I didn't know that until I saw that. Obviously, that's recent form because Chelsea started the season much better. I say much better. They've got 3 more wins. I don't know about Chelsea anymore, man. I do not know about Chelsea. Do you know what? You like your 2-1 prediction, don't you? Could this be a 2-1 to Chelsea? Or can Chelsea score more than a goal in this fixture? Is Nicholas Jackson the one to be bringing in? Steve-O, do you want to go first on this one? You go first on this prediction. You've already made your prediction. Let me know what your thoughts are, and then I can copy you.
So essentially, Chelsea are terrible at home. Sheffield United are terrible away from home. But this is the kind of game that I think
0-0.
Chelsea will just get through, just get the job done, just get a win under their belt. It's 1-0, whether it's 2-0. I personally am going 2-0 because Chelsea's firepower is good enough
Firepower
to at least get 2 goals.
Firepower. No,
Whereas
I'm just going to
Sheffield
put
United away from home. I mean, they
1-0 on it.
In fact, without looking, James,
Chelsea
how many
terrible.
goals in 7 games have Sheffield United scored away from home?
How many goals in 7 games? 3.
Very close, 4.
Oh, okay.
4 goals in, which is the worst in the Premier League, as you can imagine. Followed by Burnley with 6, Nottingham Forest, Luton with 7, and then guess who are the 3 teams that have scored 8 goals away from home this season?
The 3 teams.
There are 3 teams that have scored 8 goals away from home
Burnley?
this season. No, I've just mentioned Burnley. They've only scored 6.
Oh, okay. Man United.
Yep.
They're,
Spot on,
they're definitely not scoring that many goals away.
The other 2 are a bit obscure. They're not obvious picks.
They're not obvious. Everton.
Nope.
Tottenham. No, not Tottenham.
They're 2 London clubs.
West Ham.
Nope.
Luton.
Nope.
Wait, what?
Luton have scored 7.
Let's go look at the table. Brentford.
Yep. And who's the other one?
And Crystal
South
Palace.
London.
South Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Brentford, Crystal Palace, and Man United. Yeah, well, there you go. To be honest, Man United, Brentford, and Crystal Palace at the moment are roughly around the same sort of level. So yeah, I wouldn't argue with that at all. Yeah, it's tragic. 8 goals away from home this whole season. Ridiculous.
And you've only conceded 7, like Arsenal, away from home. In fact, you and Arsenal have got the best defensive away records, both conceding 7 goals.
We've got the best defensive record away from home.
Yeah. Every
What?
team
Nah.
has conceded double-digit goals away from home, apart from you and Arsenal with 7.
Wow. I just wow. Okay.
Just to give you context, Man City have scored 11, conceded 11. Liverpool.
Well, we're
10.
going to be conceding a shite load more away from home at Liverpool this weekend.
Okay, well, here's a question for you then. You've already named one in Sheffield United. Who is the other team that has conceded the most goals away from home? So one of them was Sheffield United.
The most goals away from home without cheating.
Yeah. Without cheating, yeah.
Oh.
It's a London club. And you've already said who they are. You've already
Luton.
mentioned them. Who?
Luton.
Oh.
Oh. Why is
You've
your
already
camera-
mentioned them.
I've already mentioned. It's like it's. It's
Really
like
good on guess the
mastermind.
player.
This is like mastermind, isn't it? Fulham.
No. Think more East London.
Oh, I don't know London that well, mate. East London. Who
Well,
plays
who are
in East London?
Millwall's
Brentford.
biggest rivals? Come on, Millwall's biggest rivals. You should know this.
West Ham.
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
In fact, we've conceded
How many have they conceded?
6 less than West Ham.
How many have they conceded?
20 goals away from home.
Wow. Okay. God, where did we go? We've dedicated way too much time on this
Oh,
subject.
people enjoy it. I hope.
Do they? Do they?
I
Really?
hope they do. They're all at home themselves going, oh yeah, who is that team?
Yeah, I'm sure. It's edgy seat stuff. Man City versus Crystal Palace. City going under a spell of destabilisation, I would say. Only 3 wins in the last 7 games. They had 3 draws and a bounce and a loss. But you'd like to think that they, at home against Crystal Palace, they would have the firepower necessary to dispatch Crystal Palace. I'm going to go 2-0 on this one. 2-0 to Man City. I don't think it's going to be a battering, but 2 goals just to see the game through. Alvarez and Bernardo Silva. getting in on the action. Crystal Palace to not get anything back and no reply. History is going in favour of guess who, Stevie?
Do they play in blue?
Well, it's not Crystal Palace. I'll give you a clue. Six wins in the last 10. Man City have won 6 times. There's been 2 draws and 2 wins for Palace. But of course, the wins for Palace. Palace beat Man City on the 30th of October 2021, and would that have been in no crowds? Can't remember now.
Possibly, yes.
And then, so Man City, so they lost 2-0 to Palace in 2021, and Palace got a result 3-2 over them all the way back into 2018. So yeah, it's all been City. So I do think 2-0. The majority of Superbrews going with that as well. 98% of them. We've got predictions coming through. I see yours already. You've gone with a 3-0. Explain where the goal's coming from without Haaland.
You've already mentioned it. Alvarez, Foden, Silva, Grealish, Rodri.
Spread around, not particular any one player.
Without Haaland playing, they're going to have a slightly different game plan, I'm guessing. And I mean, ironically, Crystal Palace away from home aren't too bad. They've only conceded 11 goals. Only
well,
scored 8.
hang on. You've just said without Haaland. You don't know for definite he's not going to be there. He might play. He might play. And I would love it if he does. I would love it.
Well, if he plays,
I'll love it if we beat them.
If he was to play, I'll give them an extra goal, 4-0. But yeah, Crystal Palace have got a lot of injuries at the moment. A lot of injuries. In fact, they obviously losing Johnston is not a good thing. And I'm thinking that, it is literally just going to be Crystal Palace sitting back and hoping that they just don't concede too many, basically. And that's why I'm just going to go 3-0.
Simple as. We've got some predictions at 5-1. City can't keep a clean sheet, says Big Tips. City will get a clean sheet, says Chat Sport. We've got Palace are a bogey team for City, but feel the nice rest from the Champions League, or for starters, and a big statement win before they go to Saudi, says Big Tips. We've got Luton. Oh no, that's a question before. 2-0, 4-0, 4-0.
Do you know, I always find it funny when people say, oh, Crystal Palace are their bogey team. Well, they beat them 4 out of the last 6. And if you mean a bogey team in the sense of they lost 2-0 to them in 2021, like Jason said, and drew 0-0, then maybe. But since then, they beat them 4-2 and 1-0. Yeah, they seem to not enjoy playing Palace, but they still get through them pretty easily.
Yeah. Right. Newcastle versus Fulham. Newcastle, again, they're tired, Steve-O. They're a tired, worn team. Playing in Europe isn't easy. Have they got squad depth to see out Fulham with fresh legs? Isaac playing. Wilson, will he be on the bench? I would imagine that this is a game that they desperately need to win to turn around their form in the Premier League. It would be the 3rd loss if they were to lose this. I mean, they need to reply. They lost to Everton 3-0. Obviously lost to Tottenham, and they've got Fulham up next. You would imagine that this has got to be a Newcastle win, right? I mean, 2-1, I would go. Your favourite score prediction, 2-1 to Newcastle, locking it in. And you've gone 1-0.
Yeah, I just think that because it's at St James's Park, they've scored 19 goals, conceded 4. They are very good at home, albeit this whole European is getting to them now. They've lost some key players. Certain players are suspended, like Trippier. Fulham have found a tiny, wincy bit of form, albeit their last 4 fixtures away from home have ended with 3 losses and 1 draw. Do I see Fulham scoring? Yes. In fact, I will be putting 50p on Fulham to win this match. Can I see Fulham winning? If Fulham were to win, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, that's a shock result. I will not be thinking that at all. I think if Fulham go up to St James's with the confidence that they've been playing with over the last few games, they have every chance of beating Newcastle. I completely agree with you here. But the fact that it's at St James's Park, I just think this game is going to be very low scoring. 1-0, 0-0, 1-1. But I'm going in favour, obviously, of Newcastle winning 1-0.
Okay. 1-0. Cinnamon's gone 2-0. Very good. Lino's gone 2-1. Fartog 2-1. Andrew Ferguson 2-1. Fulham 3-1 to Fulham, says Connor Mahan in the chat. Wow. Wow, that's a different point of view entirely. Burnley versus Everton. Your team, Burnley, up against Everton. Any hope for you guys in this game at Turf Moor?
There's always hope. There is always hope, of course. Unfortunately, I just don't see it against Sean Dyche's ex-club. I think that Everton will come with their usual plan. And yeah, unfortunately, I think they'll easily be able to contain us. And I mean, they beat us in the cup for crying out loud. So I just expect us to be doing what we normally do, which is trying to play the ball through the lines and everything. But I don't think we'll break through Everton's defence, and I expect Everton to just nick a couple of goals, and that's why I'm going 2-0 to Everton.
2-0. You're not going to give the reply. I'm going to go 2-1. When we move forward, Arsenal versus Brighton. Does anyone have any Brighton assets anymore?
Alex, follow.
Who's he got? Matoma?
The legend that creates our thumbnails. And thank you again, Alex. But yeah, Alex has them.
Anyone in chat got a Brighton asset? I know everyone's got Saka in their team. Is this something? Is Saka an option for captaincy this weekend, Stevie?
Yeah. I think then yeah.
Well, judging by that reaction, you obviously think Arsenal are going to get a few goals. Are you going to go 3 goals to Arsenal by any chance?
No, there's something about Arsenal at the moment which is, I don't know. They just don't seem to be scoring the goals at the moment. They beat Wolves 2-1. They beat Burnley 3-1. They beat Sheffield United 5-0 admittedly. These are all at home, by the way, and they beat Man City 1-0, which is a very, very, very good result. Away from home, on the other hand, they lose 1-0 to Aston Villa. They are in a high-scoring game against Luton, surprisingly 4-3. And then they beat Brentford 1-0. I just think, whatever happens tonight in the Brighton game, and as it stands right this second, Brighton are 0-0 with Marseille as it stands right now. They need to beat Marseille to go top, I believe, and they want to go top to qualify to get a better round in the whatever the stages are of the Europa League. And I just think that with Arsenal having a very comfortable game this week, albeit they drew 1-1, but they didn't play any of their first teamers. I just think they just get past Brighton in the favoured result of them. You guessed it, 2-1, Jace.
Okay, 2-1 to Arsenal. You know what? I think that's a decent shout. FPL Josh is in the chat going 2-0 to Arsenal. Big Tips is going 2-1. We've got Chat Sport saying 1-0 to Arsenal. 1-0 to Arsenal from Michael Svedin. and Anguilla saying 3-1.
Well, we've got a bit of team news, Jace, that will interest a lot of people. Areola is on the bench tonight. So they're winning 2-0 at the moment. They've pretty much got a full team out, West Ham. Fabianski in goal. Emerson, Edward, Mavropanos, Kufal, Susek, Alvarez with a goal and assist. Ward-Prowse, Paquetá, Bowen with an assist, and Kudos with the goal. And Areola is on the bench, just to let people know if you didn't.
Great.
Well, you say that dismissively, but that's important for some people because some people don't have playing goalkeepers.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, yeah, true. Especially if you had Turner Areola, you might be in a bit of trouble. I see we got Steve No in the chat. Someone's obviously made an account to troll you, Steve-O, saying about the king of predictions predicts about 7 different scores per game and then claims, well, I did predict it. Might be 1.
Yeah, I didn't want to give the
No, I'll read it out because I just wanted to read it out purely because everyone deserves their voice to be heard, even if we don't necessarily agree with them. But what I can say is the game of Super Brew is a game that you can only choose one prediction. And Steve-O is actually doing very, very good in the predictions on the Super Brew. He's 4th in the Super Brew leaderboard. You can only choose one score prediction, and you have to lock it in, like it says here. So you can't make multiple predictions and get the points for them. So although Steve-O does say on the during these score predictions, score lines that he does think could happen, whether it be 2-1 either way, 0-0,
well,
whatever.
As I make the point to Mr.
You do make the final prediction at the end of the day, and you stick it in on Super Brew, and it's
the point as Tyler's poster makes is that, look, the whole point in that is that I'm just suggesting that it's going to be a low-scoring game. That's it, and the results are going to be in that ballpark. Whereas with Liverpool, Man United, I'm not thinking, yeah, well, it could be 1-0 either way, it could be 2-1 either. No, I'm just going, Liverpool are going to win this. Let's just pick a number out of a hat. Oh, it says 5-0. Yeah, there you are, done. It's simple. Whereas something difficult like, I don't know, Burnley versus Everton, or more specifically Fulham versus Newcastle, which is a struggle to predict. It's something which I'm basically saying I don't know what to call on it. It's hard to call.
Why is it that people that are so good at predictions are generally doing really bad this season in FPL? Firetog is flown. Just shout out to Firetog, flown to the top with a golden cap. 163 points in Super Brew.
Yeah, tosser. Brilliant for the Super Cup. Brilliant.
Yeah. Steve-O. My name's Connor, and I'm in the chat right now. Steve-O, do you know that if you're doing live streams on Saturday for the 10 a.m? I don't know why I'm talking like this.
Actually, Connor sounds more like this. Actually, you keep doing that. I'm going to have to practice for a second.
Steve-O, do you know that if you're doing live streams on Saturday for the 10 a.m. And Sunday for the 9 a.m. Kickoffs, 3 p.m.
It goes something
UK?
like this. My name's Connor.
No, he doesn't speak like... Yeah,
no, he does. He's American. I watch him on his show, The Volley.
Steve-O!
No,
Yo, Steve-O,
really...
just...
He reminds me of the character out of something, and I can't bloody...
Hey, man, Steve-O, do you know if you're doing live stream... I can't do that. I can't do the American accent. I can't do it.
We love you, Connor.
I just can't do the accent. Good day. Howdy, partner. Do you know if you're doing live streams on Saturday for the 10 a.m. EST and Sunday for the 9 a.m. EST kickoff, 3 p.m.? Are we doing them, Steve-O?
I don't know if you are, but I can't, can I?
I don't think so. For the 3 p.m.s, actually...
I hope you do.
Would I be around? What games are on at
Man City?
Luton? Oh yeah. If I got Haaland in my team and Haaland starts, I might end up doing it. Bournemouth, Luton, Chelsea, Sheffield United, Man City. I'm only interested in the Man City game, and that's if Haaland's playing. So, there's nothing else in those 3 o'clocks that I'd be more inclined to do the 2 o'clocks on the Sunday. Steve-O, are you free for that?
If you're doing them, then yeah, I'll be free. If you're not, I'm not going to do
it. Yeah.
Because I was hoping we would do the Liverpool game.
The Liverpool Man United game? Or what we... yeah.
As Nick says on FPL Juice, I think this is a conversation for off air. Or as Steve Merchant says,
I don't know.
This is what we should have discussed off air during the breaks, but instead you're throwing rocks at Carl's head.
God, yeah. Yeah. Remember when Brighton got mullered 6-0 last month by Villa? Brighton have had their wake-up call to not let that happen. All right, 2-1. Yeah, we're going back now in different predictions. Right, so you said Arsenal versus Brighton. I'm gonna go 2-1 to Arsenal. Remind us what yours was.
2-1.
Oh,
But
right.
honestly, 2-1, 3-1, something like that.
Love the impressions. They're so bad, aren't they? They are shocking.
Come on. Honestly, it annoys me. Connor sounds exactly like a character from something, but I can't. It will come to me. It will come to me.
Okay.
He's only about 15 years old as well. Tell me more, Stevie boy.
Haaland didn't train. Pep won't risk him starting against Palace. Might make bench for some minutes, but that's it. Time to go, says Blazy. Yeah, well, most people are getting. Lots of people in the circles, in the FPL circles and community have already made that decision to bring in. Guess who? Dominic Solanke. Brentford versus Aston Villa. I think Darwin Nunez is a better shout. And how's the poll looking on that one? Let's go back. Let's quickly have a look at the poll. Best striker punt for Gameweek 17. Nunez at 35%, Solanke 43%, Alvarez 19%, Cunha 4%. So Solanke, the best punt, Stevo. Surprise, surprise. The collective, the Borg collective, strike again. Brentford versus Aston Villa. Watkins, could he be a captaincy pick for you?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. I think 2-0 to Aston Villa. Locked it in. Boom.
I'm actually thinking of changing my score prediction on this game.
You're not 2-1. Not 2-1 anymore.
No.
You can't once you locked it in on Super Brew.
You can. I'm going to do it right now.
What, you can lock? No, you've locked it in.
No, I haven't. You don't have to do that.
Wait, so you're telling me that every time I lock it in, I'm making a mistake? I don't have to lock it in. Great. Perfect. Amazing.
It would help if I was connected to the internet. But yeah, I'm going to change my result to 1-1.
The Borg assimilate and get results, Amanda says. Ollie says Solanke's better pick than Darwin only because of secured minutes and penalties. Yeah, but Solanke's not playing Man United. I'm just saying about Game Week 17. That's all. Brian Morris is just joking. He spells my name with a K. First time I've ever seen it. Says Connor. Who spells your name with a K? Connor. He spells your name with a K. I don't know what. Okay, let's be talking amongst yourselves. 20 years old. Connor's 20 years old, Steve-O.
Yeah. A child.
Yeah, I remember when I was 20. God.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because I listened to a podcast called Dear Download. And they did
Is this a long story?
Top 20 albums that came out 20 years ago. And it really brings back nostalgia where I'm thinking, bloody hell, I was 20 years old then. And some of the band
Once
albums
I was
that came
20
out,
years old.
But for instance,
Linkin Park was
Static
around.
X, Bleeding Through.
It was Hybrid Theory, Linkin Park.
That was 1999.
What was?
Hybrid Theory.
Right.
That wasn't 20 years ago then, was it?
Was it really 19? No, it wasn't 1999.
Yeah, it was 1999 or 2000.
No, it wasn't.
Hybrid Theory. I'm telling you this for free. In fact, I'll Google it.
No,
even though you would have already spelt it by now, but yeah, it would have come out.
Hybrid Theory, Linkin Park came out in 2000.
2000 then, right.
In October, nearly 2021. Nearly 2001. Oh. I thought it came out in 2001, 2002.
2003 was their second album.
So
what's this got to do with Brentford?
Yeah, I don't know. 20 years ago, that's more than 20, 23 years ago. Wow, that's mental. 23 years ago, Hybrid Theory came out. What the hell?
I know.
That's scary. That's so scary. Right. West Ham versus Wolves.
Remember the Aston Villa yet?
I did. I said 2-0.
To who?
Oh, to Aston Villa.
Interesting. I'm
Who have you
going
said?
1-1. Brentford like a draw. They don't really lose at home. And in fact, at home, of late, they like a win.
You're the only one that's got
Aston
one.
Villa,
You're the only one.
Aston Villa away from home, up and down, 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. And I would not be surprised if this game was to end like after the back of two very good results against the top 2 teams in the Premier League, and then they've just come off the back of a 1-1 draw with Rinsky Mostar away from home. I'm telling you now, Jace, I would not be surprised if Brentford were to get a result in this game. Brentford are no mugs. Very good defensively.
Just a nice guy in the chat saying, Jason, will you be going on FPL Juice with Stevo? Stevo's already been on FPL Juice.
No, I haven't.
He's been on their channel. You've been
well,
live
I unofficially hosted
you
hosted
the show while they did their five-a-side tournament. But if the stars align, and I mean, let's be honest. There's never say never, right, Stevie?
Well, you can easily do it over Zoom. They do it with a lot of people.
It's not
if
the
Andy
same,
Let's
is
Talk
it?
FPL can do it, I'm sure you can.
No, not the same.
I think you are. Anyway, back to predictions.
Let's see how long I keep the awkward silence.
Well, there'll be music playing.
Oh yeah, there would be. Enjoy the music.
Make sure you are hitting the like button, everybody, and if you are brand new around here, hit the subscribe button as we're about to predict West Ham home to Wolves.
God, yeah. For every like, Solanke will get a goal for you this weekend. So keep hitting that like button and subscribe if you're new around here. And maybe if you really want to help support our community, join the Discord and come on and chat with us on the Sunday Surgery.
Or become a member if you can be bothered to spend $1.99.
Yes, instead of buying a coffee at your local. In fact, you probably couldn't. You can never. Coffees at I was going to say Starbucks or Costa. They're about bloody £6 nowadays, aren't they?
They're $3.99.
No, they're not. They're more than that, aren't they? No.
I think someone said to me, yeah, he bought a coffee for $3.99. I just looked at him and went, "Get out of my face."
Really?
It just annoys me.
Costa coffee prices. Menu Costa coffee. Now, are you the sort of person, Steve-O, that likes to drink small, medium, or grande?
I would always go for the biggest one.
Right. Okay. A simple latte. Okay. A simple latte. Large. Do you like semi-skimmed or whole milk? What's this got to do with West Ham Wolves? Yeah. Chris Tarrant, come on down. Oh God. Do you have a guess how much it is, Stevie? Because their website doesn't even tell me the price. It says
Well, like
visit,
I said,
find your local store.
$3.99.
It's not $3.99. They start at £4.
Jesus. Well, there we
the
are.
The latest Costa menu in the UK. Hot coffees start from £4 and ice drinks from £4.60. Mate, if you want to get a latte, you'd be paying the best part of £4.99, £5.
I know that their muffins. I'm pretty certain their muffins.
£3.70, Anguilla. Where are you? Where are you in the world? Like, I mean, I don't know. Burma. Is that where you're paying those prices? Tassimo's the way forward. 30p a cup of cost. 30p a cup. Hang on, no, Tassimo, you get 5 pods, don't you? And their Tassimo pods are like $3.99. Calculator. $3.99 divided by 5. 79p a pod for Tassimo. I've got a Tassimo machine in the shed. No, I've got a Tassimo machine somewhere. I stopped buying those pods. They just got too expensive. Oh, ain't Costa this evening. Here we go. Rob Jones. This is why we have the chat and the live stream. Because apparently, if you didn't know, the channel would be doing much better if we did live uploads. But we do too many live streams. But the reason I love the live streams more than uploads is I get to find out information like this. I went to Costa this evening, says Rob Jones. I brought a medium latte and kids hot chocolate, £5. A medium latte and kids hot chocolate. Oh, right, okay, that's not too bad. It's not too bad at all.
We went to when I did a prisoner transport the other day. We went to the service station and I saw there was a poster and it said 10 mini fillet bucket, and I went, right, I'm getting it. I don't care what the price is, I'm going to get it. And they said, sorry, we don't sell this at the service station. We only do this for deliveries only. And I'm thinking, okay, what's the closest thing to this? And they went, right then, we can do an 8-piece with 2 chips, 2 drinks. And I went, how much? They went 21 quid. And I just thought, just don't take the piss.
I've got a friend that's an accountant. He does my accounts, and
it doesn't begin with P, does it?
It does.
I don't know why he never mentioned his name.
He was telling me that he has a client who he's in the trade, doing trades work, and he goes through all of his clients' accounts, and he quite often he makes notes about where spending is, which is his job. Funny enough, because he's an accountant. And this one particular person spends over £24,000 a year on food.
How much?
24,000
on food.
On just going out and food, like not shopping.
Oh,
not shopping.
Restaurant.
Not shopping,
right.
but fast food.
Oh,
by all accounts.
fast food.
By all accounts. What he does, this guy, he goes to McDonald's and he buys 3 meals, and I think it costs like £29. So not only he gets 3 drinks, 3 burgers, 3 lots of
what is that?
sides.
Is that in one sitting, or is this across the day?
No. He'll finish his jobs in the day and he'll go to McDonald's and he'll buy 3 meals at McDonald's and pay up like 25, 29 quid.
Well, I was going to be buying. I'm not joking. I was going to be getting 3 Big Macs just now.
What, meals?
Well, hold on. They in the metro they had them for 99p per burger. So I thought, why not? But the car park was too busy and I can't be bothered to wait. But yeah, I happily would buy 3 meals. To be fair, 3 quarter-pounder meals.
Hang on, 3 full meals.
Yeah, but I don't drink the drinks. I just throw them in the bin. But
you throw the drinks in the bin?
Yeah, because I don't want it.
Why don't you just tell them that? At the
yeah,
counter?
because they still go, you've still got to have it. And I'm like, but I don't want it. Yeah, but you still got to take it, though.
What you pour all the chips into one?
Yeah.
I eat 1 meal of McDonald's and I feel like I feel like I'm dirtied my body. You're buying
yeah, I agree.
3.
I'm not
you buy 3.
That it's,
oh my god!
It's very rare that I go, but
you animal.
Growing lad, how you get big arms to get into 30
How do you get big arms? Pump yourself full of preservatives and numbers from McDonald's. Yeah. Do you have McFlurries with that? Shares in the company. Yeah, by now. God, you must be one of these people that spend 24,000 bloody a month at bloody McDonald's, eating like that.
My spending since leaving Tesco has gone down from £12 a day to 7.
What's this got to do with West Ham versus Wolves? Whatever the cost of money, he's going to have a heart attack before he's 50. That is a very, very, very good point. That is the food you consume at McDonald's is generally, at best, food that you would consume once a month, twice a month at a push. You wouldn't be going there every day. like some people. I'm sorry, but if you are going, like, this is an intervention. If you are going to McDonald's more than 4 times a week, you please reassess your life, because that food is really not good for you. And I don't want to lose a viewer. Like, I'm being selfish now. We need all the views we get. We don't want you keeling over and dying of a heart attack. So and hit the subscribe button while you're there, and jump in the Discord and just take the bottle of water. Do you take a bottle of water to just drown it down?
No, because their waters taste disgusting.
4 times a month. I mean, I can just about understand. 4 times a month. That's like every Friday. I went to McDonald's. This isn't a sponsored stream. We've mentioned their name. The other fast food stores are available. I went to McDonald's last month, and I went on a Friday night, and it was the worst. It was the worst experience I've ever had ordering food. I got in there at 6 o'clock on a Friday evening, and I was literally claustrophobic because the place was full of just people just clambering over each other to order food. You got the digital order points, right? And then you got like about, I don't know, literally 50 people just crammed into the waiting bay, where I was like, oh God, I wish I'd have stayed in the car. And I wish I'd
motorcycle helmets as well.
Loads of them wearing motorcycle helmets. There was some people there that are obviously off the council estate with their pajamas on. I was thinking, oh fuck's sake, what am I doing in my life?
Were you getting the old? Were you getting this, Jace? Just constantly looking at the people doing this. Bus. They're like, yeah, thank you.
Well, this genuinely happened. I kid you not. I stood there, and I stood there for 25 minutes. I was like, I should say something. This is generally not normal. So I go up to the lady at the counter, and I was like, excuse me, can you check the status of my order? And she was like, you got the receipt? Yeah, I showed the receipt. She's like, looked at it, walked away, and didn't come back, and went back to doing what she was doing. I was like, hang on, she just literally left my eyesight and then forgot what I'd asked her. Like, what's going on? They were busy. They were really busy. And so it ended up waiting a few more minutes, and I asked another member of staff. And then what actually happened is I didn't think this was possible at McDonald's, but they had put my order to one side and completely forgotten about it. They hadn't actually given it out, and it was like, oh, mate, honestly, I know, guys, I know this is an FPL channel, but I kid you not, it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. There was McFlurries, milkshakes, and drinks just piled up on this counter, and I won't mention which one it is, but you should just give you an idea. It was just in the heart of the city, and it was piled. There was piles of drinks everywhere, and there was burgers coming through the bit that have just been left there for it. They were there, not being touched I was in there for like 50 minutes. 50 minutes. I got my food at 10 to 7. I went in there at 6 o'clock, and literally people were just jumping over each other to get food. Like, it was the most uncomfortable, unpleasant experience I've had ordering food. Like, and coupled with the fact that it was, I don't know, I just feel like the staff were like obviously overworked. The staff were very miserable as well, like really miserable. Like, I went up to the other lady and I said, can you check the status? Can you check the status of my order, please? Like, and in her head, she just says, I could tell she's like, fuck off, I'm busy, but then there was another couple of people that were just like chatting. They were on the milkshake machine, and they were just like chatting away. Like, they were chatting away like nothing was going on. It was like, it was just a quiet day or something. And there must have been, I would say, 350 people in that store. I'm not joking. Like, including delivery drivers. I've never seen it as busy as that. Never. And I said to myself, I came out of McDonald's and I said to my wife, I said, you know what? I really don't want to come back to McDonald's again. And I left a review. I was one of those people that left a review on Google. And then I went to Google, and do you know what? All the other reviews said the same. Like, don't go to McDonald's on a Friday or Saturday because you're not going to get any food. Apparently, it's a big thing. and every McDonald's is like this nowadays, says Harry Dawson. I mean, it's insane, but like, look at what I have to do, what they get paid. Of course, they don't care. Yeah. McDonald's fries are the best. They're not yellow like over in America, where they add loads of like. Do you know this, Steve? They color. Do you know they add a coloring to their fries in America to make them glowing yellow? There's a video that you compare American McDonald's to British McDonald's, and the amount of ingredients that are banned in the UK, in the banned, like not just UK but European Union have just outright banned the ingredients. Anyone in America that's tuning in,
Connor, you have so much crap in your McDonald's that we have crap McDonald's, but you guys have lots of more crap in your McDonald's. So we're talking chip strategy now. Yeah, good.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good. Anyway, back to West Ham Wolves.
I want to get going. I need to get into bed.
Oh, great. I was having a lot of fun talking about my experience at McDonald's.
Do it on the 3 p.m.s tomorrow, Saturday.
Yeah, got nothing else to talk about. West Ham versus Wolves. 2-1. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. Well, guess what, Steve-O? You've gone 1-0 too. Anything else to add to that?
Well, I may change it to West Ham winning, potentially, looking at Wolves' away record, which is, well, it's shocking, to be honest with you. They've lost their last 3, conceding a lot of goals. 2 out of the 3 fixtures have ended 2-1, whereas West Ham at home, not too bad. 1-3 drawn 2, lost 2. 2 out of the last 4 they've drawn. 1-1 with Crystal Palace and 2-2 with Newcastle. The win was when they beat Nottingham Forest 3-2. So I have gone 1-1. I'm going to stick with 1-1. I think Wolves are in a bit of within reason decent form at the moment as I look here. Okay, maybe not. 1-2, lost 2, drawn 1. West Ham, on the other hand, have only lost 1 in the last 5. So actually, I'm going to change my prediction.
Oh,
Jason,
really?
to 2-1.
Based on the form? Based on the form?
Yep, just based on form. I'm going to go 2-1 to West Ham.
Okay. And then we move on to the Liverpool versus Manchester United game. The big one. The big battering. How many goals are Liverpool scoring, Steve-O? Are we going with 2 goals? Are we going with 3 goals? Are we going with 3 plus the 4 goals? Like, I'm actually genuinely going for 4-1 to Man United. 4-1, genuine lock.
You expect Man United to score a goal?
Yeah, I think we'll score a goal. McTominay. It'll be a penalty or something stupid. Yeah, we'll get a goal. We'll get a goal, just because we'll have chances because Liverpool's defences have been shite this year. But you know.
But who's creating for you? There's no one there.
No, there's no one creating. But we'll have an opportunity. I reckon there'll be trust me on this. There will be a VAR controversy in this game. Are you ready for this prediction? There's going to be a very big VAR controversy in this game. I've got a feeling.
There's no Fernandes, so you've lost your drive. And who replaces Fernandes? Seriously.
In our team? No one. No one slots it. Mason Mount. Yeah, well, no, I know, but in our squad, we haven't got anyone.
So who's going to be there then? Amrabat? If he's even available?
I don't. Man United, with Ten Hag's decision making and team selection. Is
it going to be
Mainu
Anthony,
and Amrabat?
Martial, Hannibal.
So it'll be McTominay that'll play Cam. McTominay will play Cam. Because Ten Hag has decided that he is a Cam. after many years of being a failed CDM. Maybe he's a good cam. I don't know. Just the thought of it sounds so bad, doesn't it? Sorry, Scott McTominay, but you know it. Yeah. I think the game requires us to play 2 central defensive midfielders. I'm looking at Scout selection. Scout have got the right selection here. Let me bring it up on the screen because I do like Scout. They've got Amrabat Mainu together. Now that would actually be a logical pairing in that midfield. However, you know, with Ten Hag, you just don't know. Anthony on the right, yeah, Garnacho on the left, it would be. I wouldn't surprise if it's going to be something like that. To be fair, we're running out of options. We ain't got that many options in the midfield, so I think that's probably going to be the McTominay masterclass as a cam in that central attacking midfield role behind Haaland, who's basically going to be the graveyard shift again. Haaland's not got the best hold up. I prefer Martial's hold-up play than Haaland's hold-up play. If we're gonna play with a striker that's gonna be just lump the ball forward to hold up, then Martial's better. But if you're playing with a striker that you want to get in behind, like chase him behind, which, to be fair, against Liverpool, I think that's our best option, is to try and get in behind with Haaland, Anthony Garnacho. Yeah, I'll check the tables, Vushka. Don't worry, we're just talking about 10 hours about these predictions. Sorry. Steve almost scared of bed. But yeah, I think we'll get a goal. I think there'll be VAR controversy, and yeah, I don't hold up any hope for Man United. So yeah, 4-1. What's your prediction on this one?
4-0.
4-0. Wow. Yeah.
But honestly,
very
like
damning.
I said, if Liverpool,
Salah's the obvious captaincy then.
Yes, I had Salah captaincy all week.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He was the Liverpool player is the choice, and I really do think that you potentially going Darwin in for Haaland could be quite dangerous.
Are you being sarcastic, or you genuinely believe that that's a good move for this week? For
this week as a punt, why not?
Yeah,
it's not even for 1 week, is it? It's for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But they've got
right. We'll go over the tables in a moment. We'll go through the tables and see how people are doing.
They've got Man United and then West Ham. Oh, no, they haven't. Sorry, they got Man United. They're not. God. Man United then
Sacking by midnight, says Anguilla. God, could you imagine? Amrabat, no, he won't. He won't be. It'll be McTominay. You know it's going to be McTominay. Salah has averaged 18 points per game over the last 4 matches against United. Wow, mental from the Fantasy FPL post. Right, let's talk about the mini leagues that we all love and enjoy. The YouTube chat league started off with Ramanathan as top of the YouTube chat league. We've got some movement. We've got Harry Dawson, Hold My Beer, that's moved up into 2nd place. Brendan Lee Albert Saunders. What's her name? Trophy Dodgers has moved up to 3rd place in the YouTube chat league, and Treaders has dropped to 4th.
Very tight.
It's very
7
tight.
points between the top 4.
It is very, very tight in the YouTube chat league. Any major changes in the teams? Solanke's already got Solanke in. Ramanathan. Yeah, I would imagine that Harry's probably done the Haaland to Solanke move as well. A lot of teams are going to be the same. A lot of teams are going to be very... And again, the fact that they're so close in points is a testament to how similar people's teams are. In the Rivals League, we've got Scousers United. Daniel Tribarak there on top with Ramanath 2nd, Nick Treadwell 3rd, and Ayush Cash Me Outside, Shrestha the joint 3rd in that league. Seeing where Vijay Garv has dropped down to 10th. God, he was doing so well. Turn it around, Vijay Garv. Come on, turn it around. In the Members League, now, we've got T for the Tillmans. Tyler Masawi is on top with 1,025. Nice. Matty T, where is he in the world now? 2,000 overall rank. T for the Tillmans. Tyler, amazing, Tyler. Amazing, man. Amazing. Keep it up, dude. Let them know where you got all the information from, yeah? When you go on the official pod. Matty T, 360 No Pope, is second with 60 points last week, and it's got over 1,000 now. Holmer Beer, Harry Dawson, third. John Davidson, Dread Stars in fourth. Is that Dread, FPL?
No. Dread's below me.
I was going to say, yeah, I was like, I don't recognise Dread Stars. Do you?
John Davidson, though, you'll know the name.
Yeah, I do know that. Yeah. I'm putting two together and coming up with 5. Peter Pange has dropped out of the top 4 to 5th place. Again, Andrew Peskett is another one that's dropped down as well. Gary Horwood is charging up. Harbour Boy, he's coming up. He's almost in the top 10 of the Members League now. Mental. Okay, cool. And the Community League, Patrick Corbett is top of the Members League. Now, Patrick Corbett's in the chat. He's the one that
Sorry to interject, Jason. So I'm in one mini league with Connor. So Connor is bottom of the SJP Media League. He's on X amount of points, but how many points behind second from bottom is Connor?
Oh, can you say that one more time?
So Connor,
yeah,
I'm in one league with him, and it's the SJP Media, and he is behind second from bottom. How many points is he second from bottom by?
30?
Nope.
More?
Yep.
70?
Nope.
More?
Yep.
When did he start playing the game?
Day 1.
Started playing the game day 1?
Day 1, yep. And, yep, that is correct, yeah. And he's also behind a team who has not touched their team since game week 1.
Oh, my God. Well...
I'll give you the answer. It's 163 points.
163 points?
And this is a man that's brought in Son this week. So,
wow, just getting on the bandwagon. Patrick Corbett, who's in the chat, who I think Patrick was the one that was saying about getting Jackson in. Am I right, Patrick? As my memory, I don't know if I'm losing my memory or whatever, but you talking about getting Jackson in. Now, Patrick Corbett, who is number 1 in the Elite FPL Community League. You know, the Community League, normally the league that we have no clue who's in that league because there's so many people. Well, guess what? Patrick Corbett is, and he's number 1. Gross misconduct. And
that in the world.
Do you know where he is in the world?
I'm putting that in the... Well, if he's 12th in Ireland, I'm guessing he's about 300th.
He is 248th.
Wow. That's, well,
248th in the world, absolutely smashing it. Are you bringing in? You really going to bring in Jackson? Wow. If that's true, then what seriously though, what are you doing then? You going? How are you getting? You've got Darwin in already. I'm looking at your team. You haven't got Haaland in your team. You've got Watkins, Darwin. How are you getting Jackson in?
Watkins, Darwin, who?
Oh, he's got Archer as a non-playing forward.
So that means
he is playing, but you know what I mean. He's got...
Tyler is here.
Martinelli and Archer out. To who? Martinelli and Jackson to who? Sorry, so Martinelli and Archer to Jackson and who? Who you got in midfield?
Well, it'd be a 5 point something. No, it'd be a 4 point something because I was playing 3.
Oh, that show. Anyway, I need to go to sleep.
So do I.
I think I'm actually gonna have sleep. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna just go to bed and wake up. I went to bed last night at 10:30, and that's very, very early for me. I'm awake at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm wide awake.
Yeah, that's because you're naturally waking up, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not good. Not good at all. Really isn't. It's probably why my eyes are so dry, to be honest. Oh, it sucks. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. You guys are awesome. Hit that like, subscribe if you are new around parts. We will be back on at the very earliest Saturday evening.
Well, it'll be Saturday evening for definite, yeah.
Saturday evening, 8 o'clock, to just go over the games. And Sunday, there's a chance we do the Sunday games. Actually, there's a party. Hayley's at a blooming Christmas party. I'll see what time that is. There's a chance we'll cover the games on Sunday. But you'll have to find out on Saturday night what games we're covering. And, of course, the Sunday surgery is also on the Sunday evening. Right, on that note, any final thoughts, Steve-O? We're just going to get out of here.
No, I just think that just tune into Streamception. You don't need to be refreshing for a Twitter account to announce whether Haaland's will start or not. Just tune into your favourite deadline stream, preferably Streamception.
Oh yeah, but also Steve-O, what is Streamception for the people that don't know what it is?
Basically FPL Juice.
FPL Juice. Check out FPL Juice.
That's it.
Go on to Streamception.
If you're not checking them out, just whoever you prefer watching, if you are watching a deadline stream, they'll get the news, I'm telling you, at exactly the same time as constantly being on Twitter. But preferably be in the Discord.
Okay. On that note, see you later. Take care.